Alright, so it's a new week and that means new missions for the Knighthood boss battle, and today I'm gonna show you how to get at least 9,000 points against Akumu on hell difficulty for week 30. So for this week, the missions are very simple. They are clear after using at most 25 skills, clear with all heroes having more than 40% HP, remove 10 debuffs from allies using skills with the purify effect, and clear without anyone dying. So we're just gonna simply use the Archangel team. Now this might not be the best team. I do believe actually using Ban team might be better, but I feel like you kind of need a 6/6 Ban in order to do enough damage for it to be justified. So anyway, we're gonna use this team right here. So the gear I have on them, all of them is, you know, just HP defense. We're gonna utilize their passives or their holy relics, I guess, in order to get like as much basic stats as we possibly can. That is gonna give us a little bit more score just from that, you know. So that is gonna be very nice indeed. We are eating HP food. I have the card set auto set to HP, and again, the missions this week are quite simple. I've managed to get 13k score quite a lot of times, and it's not that difficult. Like I still haven't gotten a gold card with Little Margaret. That would of course increase our basic stats just a little bit more, make us hit a little bit harder, but it's not really necessary. So this is like the perfect turn 1 outcome. He has to attack at least twice, and then turn 2 we are gonna use this card to give us a little bit more points. So basically the way that you can get points here is of course by just of course dealing either enough damage, so you kind of need to deal, I believe, yeah, it's different amounts of damage. So this one gives 30 points, this one gives 50 points, and this one gives 80 points. So if you can hit 250k damage or more with a single attack, you'll get 80 points, which is really nice. So a couple of times, at least, we're going to be able to get that. Now, we also want to crit with Zariel as many times as possible, and we also need to hope that he doesn't, you know, disable Luda Margaret here this turn, and we will actually complete the mission. Oh, he actually did it. So we just reset here. That's it. That is what I do turn 1. I just reset it if Luda Margaret gets targeted. She does quite often. Sometimes he attacks once, sometimes he attacks 3 times with the shield. It's very random. The best outcome though is if he attacks like twice with the, you know, the middle mob. If he shouts twice, that means that he will attack Tarmil twice and disable himself. Then the next turn we can just apply the Tarmil buff here, and he will actually not be able to remove the buff because these cards actually remove all our buffs. And by having this buff up, that is of course going to debuff the enemies, and that is going to give you a lot of points. So that is like one way you can get a lot of points. Another way of course is to deal enough damage, and then of course do the setup by getting everyone's passives up as high as you possibly can. Try to get their ults for the second turn, then just ult and finish it off that way, and also perhaps try to get like a gold buff or something. But we do want to kill this right hand side enemy, and hopefully he's not gonna like target Luda Margaret this turn, or else I just have to reset again until he actually doesn't. So we'll just have to see. So here he is gonna disable himself, and then we'll see. Okay, that's very good. So we can actually cleanse this turn. I do believe the silver card lasts for 2 turns, doesn't it? And I think that might be more beneficial for us. So it lasts for 2 turns. Okay, that's very nice. So I think that might be what I'm gonna go for. Rather than like doing too much damage here, I think I'll just do this and we'll actually buff up like that. So I don't want to deal too much damage to the left-hand side mob here. That is why I am... Well, I could have attacked this card first before I even buffed up with Luda Margaret, but we're just going to have this buff here. He won't be able to remove it because he's disabled, and he will attack 3 more times. So anytime he's going to attack us, for every like debuff applied to the enemies, we will get 5 points. As you can see, that's already 15 points there. This is going to be like, what, 25 points, 50 points? Something like that. That's so many points, you know. And he's going to attack us again here. So we're getting quite a lot of points for like applying debuffs, and you can actually see that a number of debuffs applied 26 for 130 additional points. This will be multiplied by 2 when we actually complete all these missions, so that is very nice indeed. So what I'll do here is I'm actually just going to attack with some AoE cards. This might actually kill, but I'm not sure. But actually attacking with charge cards is also going to give us 15 points, so that is very nice indeed. We will of course chip down the boss. We might actually kill it here. That's not optimal, but it is still, you know, doable enough that we will be able to get at least like 12k, 13k points without having to worry too much. We don't have any buffs that we're gonna get, and we will have our ultimate moves depleted next turn as well, unless of course he doesn't attack with this mob here. He will attack twice, but that is still fine, so we can still like get enough points here even if we don't ult. So what I think I'll do here is I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna attack a little bit with some AoE cards as well, just to try to kill, you know, the side mobs. That doesn't do any damage, man. I think Liz might deal quite a lot of damage, but I don't think she is actually gonna be able to kill the side mobs. But at least we're getting a little bit of points like this. And we also want to finish it off while Liz still has the buff there. Alright, she was able to kill them, and now we can start damaging him. We also got 80 points times 2 there. We're dealing enough damage. He will deplete our old gauge orbs here by 3 with the silver card, by 1 with the bronze card. So we can't really get our ultimates here. This is gonna give us a little bit of points, do some chip damage. I think I'm gonna kill him this turn. I'm gonna try to get another crit with Zariel. We're gonna get another buff. Actually, I'll buff up first. So I'll do the Zariel card, then I'll buff up, then this card to give us 15 points, and I think this is gonna deal the most damage there, so... He was able to crit, that's another like 8% basic stat increase. This is also another 8% basic stat increase, plus another 15 points, and then we'll do as much damage as we possibly can here. A little bit of overkill damage, of course. If we ulted, we would have done like 1,000,000 damage. That would have been quite a lot of overkill damage, and would have given us quite a lot more points. I'll leave like the 13.6k run at the end here. I'm gonna speed it up to like 3 times speed, so you don't have to really sit through it. But if you want to actually see how that run went, you can of course watch it. I do believe I got like a silver buff or something. I didn't get a gold buff, so I didn't get the extra basic stats, but just try to get everyone's passives up. That is gonna be like an additional what? 40% basic stats here, 40% basic stats here, 30% basic stats here, and if you retain Liz's basic stats buff or all stat buff from her passive, that is going to be an additional 15% all stat to her and 24% basic stats to all of our allies. But yeah, that is basically it. That is how you do it. 12k score very, very easily. As you saw, I didn't even use my ults. When you use your ults, you also get like what, 80 points, 100 points, something like that. I don't even know, 60 points maybe. It's still a lot, but yeah, it is what it is. So I think with that, I'm just going to leave you with the 13.6k run, sped up to, of course, 3 times speed. So if you want to watch it, you can just go ahead and watch the rest of the video. But with that, I think that's gonna be it for me. Hope you found the guide helpful. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a most wonderful rest of your day. And I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.